Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 27 of On the Backs of Gods. I am your DM, Jillian, and today I have with me, same as always, our players, Frank, Kyle, Mac, Josh, Abby, and Krista. Now, I just wanted to say just something a little heartfelt, something to pull at least my heartstrings. This is our last episode of the year. We have been together for about half a year now, and this is our last episode of 2020. But we will be back next Monday. We don't take breaks. Who has time for breaks? Certainly not us. Not today. So I just wanted to say thank you for the people who were here at the beginning, especially the players, been here since day one, following me on this story, convoluted or not, up to them to secretly say behind my back. Who knows?
Honestly, it's personally been my biggest highlight of 2020.
Highlight of 2020, baby.
It's been a bright spot in an otherwise pretty low balling year.
Yeah, you presented that as a low bar, but I do want to say how much fun this has been for me.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it, and I've been having a good time. And I don't know what I'd do if I didn't see you guys once a week, you guys are definitely part of my life now, which, I'm happy to have all of you guys. I also want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you to the people who've been here since day one and the people who happen to be scrolling by for 3 seconds right now. We appreciate you all the same. So Happy New Year, happy holidays, and after this episode, we will see you in 2021. I am going, and we all hope for the best. I am going to go ahead and give us a recap of last session, and then I think we're going to jump right into it. Fire and all. Last session, the party was in a logging community after they had heard about a bear which had killed a lot of people, starting to get a bit suspicious. Doing a bit of hunting and investigating. They found a bear covered in tar, which they concluded probably didn't do all these things. This weird tar bear, which was just, once again, bear with tar on it. They stalked back to its cave, didn't find anything of interest except a creature to Roshan only visible when using detect magic. Or maybe out of the corner of the eye. Roshan's not sure, but can feel it smiling at him. Meanwhile, Saga and Nanna had made their way back to town to check on Ave, who they had left in a cart. He's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing bad happened. The party ends up reconvening after doing this investigating, and then spends the night in the barn of this tavern, because that's the only place to sleep here. You all wake up the next morning to a woman yelling, who is Layla's mom, who is yelling for Layla. The few rangers still in town seem to be looking for her as well now. She says she doesn't think that Layla came home last night. And all of you have some suspicions about what may have happened to Layla. You're not sure, or at least the last person to have seen her. You all console the mother, who goes back inside to cook something, hopefully for Layla's return. You guys go to Bosch's home, to which you find a chest full of some gold and square patches of clothing that had been missing from individuals you no longer live. One of those fabrics, matches Layla's outfit. And that's when the house burst into flames. Fenn, you were behind the house at the time, where you watch arrows rain from the woods, hitting multiple wooden structures, which go up like tinder. It takes them seconds to be up in flames, unnaturally so. The party's able to get out in time. There is now chaos as this one section erupts in fire, and 2 others on different points of town all catch to flame. Saga uses water to kind of beat the fire out of the houses, and has put out one of 3 sections of fire. So the one where you all started next to Bosch's home is out. But there are 2 other spots in town that are ablaze. Fenn, you started to stealth into the woods, following this archer. You did not get a look at their face, but you follow them deep into the woods. We left off with Tordrek. You had assisted in retrieving a ranger from one of the homes, and you healed him with a small healing spell. I am going to start with Team Everything's on Fire.
Hooray.
Saga, your spell is just worn off. It took you about a minute to put out this section of fire. What would you all like to do? Currently, you do not know Fenn is missing.
I feel like Nanna would be trying to organize as much of the party and as many of the rangers as possible to be like, if there isn't water handy immediately, then as much dirt as can be got. I feel like this is something that Galunder is accustomed to in the case of fire, because they're not close to a water source, like a river or a pond or a sea. So dirt seems to be the next best thing. Just getting as much of that as possible, throwing that on the source of the flames, and getting like blankets and smothering as much of the fire as can feasibly be smothered.
Okay, so it sounds like you're currently trying to direct. Currently, Nanna is directing and trying to get people to find blankets and shovels and such.
Mm-hmm. And kind of like trying to lead by example a little bit, like kind of leading the charge, sort of. Like she's not just standing at the back saying, you go over there, you go over there. Nah, she's running in there. She's grabbing blankets. She's grabbing like shovels if there's any to hand, or anything that could be construed as a spade. It's something that can help to move dirt and get it on the fire to get the fire out.
Okay, here's my question. Just so all of you are aware, all of the rangers are not in town. There are people who left town in search for Layla. There are people who are doing other things. But at the moment, you can see about 8 rangers. One of them is injured and Tordrek is tending to. You don't know if there's any more inside the buildings. You can see people starting to exit buildings who seem to be more of like workers instead of the rangers. But a lot of people are off in the woods working. Currently, there are 2 fires left. There's one, I'm going to call it the left fire and the right fire. The left fire is closer. The right fire is further away, but they burn just the same. Nanna, which fire are you going to? Left or right? Close or far?
I'm fast on foot. I'm going to head to the further fire, and I'm going to shout behind me, anyone who can't make it over to the other fire, that one, quick!
Okay, Nanna is going to head over to that fire. Nanna, during this time, you have been handed a shovel. So that is currently what you have. What else are people doing? Gorbjorn?
So I would want to like grab a sheet from Bosch's house or something and start making strips so that we could have like base mass to block some of the incoming smoke as we like charge to these houses.
I would say you probably can't get it from Bosch's house, but I will say fabric is attainable from somewhere. You just like that one and you kick open a door and you have a bed sheet. And you start tearing up these fabrics to be worn as face masks to try to avoid smoke inhalation.
And I'll just pass them out. If I can do anything else, I'll run towards the other house, but I'm assuming that's going to take up some time.
Yeah. As you start working on this, you're able to, tear off one and you're able to throw it at Nanna before she gets too far away.
This is a well-oiled machine. I feel like fires don't happen often in Galunder, but, you know, you live in a wooden house and you light your stuff by fire and candlelight.
Sometimes the fire just get too big.
Being a Californian player, I just gotta like meta game like, oh, you need a mask. Like,
guys, we can't inhale this smoke. Get it together.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
No, please bring in all the fire knowledge. Who else is doing something in this time frame?
Which side of the town is the bar or the place that has the ale that we got earlier?
So the ale is closer. It's technically closer to the left, closer fire.
So Tordrick will run that way to the bar or inn, and he'll run in and he'll go, anyone got a keg of that shite ale? We need water, and this is just as good.
It's basically
Are
water.
you sure?
The woman seems startled, and it looked like she was just grabbing some things under her arm to like flee. And she's like, "Oh, it's right there in the back." And she starts to shuffle out with what it looks like some money and like some clothes under her arm as she tries to get out of the tavern. I will say, Tordrick, as you go and you run over to the barrel, which you think is once again basically water, you can hear the sound of startled horses. So you know that.
No.
Roshan or Saga, what would you like to do?
Go first.
Well, Roshan has no idea how he can help. None of his spells are geared for this. So he'll probably just grab a shovel, follow the nearest ranger, and try to help putting it out.
Okay, I'm going to put you at close fire because it kind of seems observational. Like, that guy's doing something right there. I can do that.
Yeah.
So you're at team close fire. Cool. You start to help with team shovel. Saga, your spell has just run out. What would you like to do?
Saga kind of sees all the screaming and fire and like chaos around her, and she kind of stares off into the distance for a little bit because she has some flashbacks of the time that she blew up that shop, and she hopes she didn't make anything any worse. And she looks at the house that she just smashed because of her watery sphere, and everyone's screaming, and I don't know if this is, and then she hears Nanna like yelling about what to do, and she's like, okay, Dirt, all right, I guess I'll just follow what she says. And then she's handed the mask, she puts that on, she's just gonna do what people say, and just start mold earthing dirt onto the same place. I guess seeing Roshan do it, she'll just follow his lead.
Okay, team close fire. Right, perfect. Now let's deal with this. Currently on faraway fire, Nanna, you do not get there this round. You are currently in the process of running over there, kind of taking people with you as you can, people who are coming with supplies to assist. You see some people have create water and are trying to like do that into buckets and do what they can. It's not very quick and efficient, but it's something as they try to do that as they dampen blankets.
Yeah, I mean, I was exactly going to say that. Like, if people were just like throwing the water on the fire, I think it would be more efficient to get the blankets wet and use those, since the create water is slower. But if they're already on that, Nana's not going to tell them their business.
Okay, so here's what I want. Tordrick, are you currently trying to transport this barrel of ale to the fire?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If it's not too heavy, I mean, if he's got to like pull it, then if it's way too heavy, he's not going to do that. There's no time for this.
Don't forget the horses, though, but I'm not sure if there's anything can be done about them.
Yeah.
No, he's just going to get the keg outside if he can push it quickly and then go see what's going on with the horses.
Yeah. I would like
The keg can sit there.
athletics from Roshan and Tordrick. Gorbjorn, I don't need you to make a roll this round. I believe in you. Nanna, I would like acrobatics or athletics to see how quickly you can get across while doing all of these things. Nanna, I already talked to you.
Yeah.
Saga, I would like you to give me, I'd love Arcana, please.
Okay.
And give me those rolls. I want my strength boys first, please. Hell yeah. Roshan's never used a shovel in his life.
Oh my.
My thingies.
Oh my God.
Oh, boy.
You're getting blisters. You're
We
like,
have
no.
inspiration. We have
Yeah.
inspiration.
That's true.
I want to use it on something that I could actually be good at.
Oh my
Hey, listen,
God.
that's fine. What do you got, Tordrak?
Just in case anyone wants
So
to.
Tordrick goes to grab it, and like it's like way heavier than he expects. So like he just starts walking with it, like he's got it, but it like stays there, and like he can't get it to budge.
What did you roll?
I rolled 5.
Okay. I am
Ugh.
going to
Buddy.
say even with your 5, you get it off of its stand. So it's still like behind the bar, but it has fallen off the stand. You just haven't moved it yet. But now it is in a more advantageous position, but it is just still in the tavern.
Right.
Saga, what do we got?
I think I'm still a little bit in my head. 2.
All right.
Oh, Saga.
Saga, speaking of being in your head, I would like you to first roll me a d4.
Okay. 2. I can only do that, apparently.
Only choose on the d4. I'd like you to roll me a d20. If you get a 2 or lower, you're going to wild magic surge.
All right. Holy shit, I got a 3. I'm on the wire.
Yeah.
Saga's not doing well.
Saga, you can
Saga.
feel this building. It's very nerve-wracking, and it makes it hard and makes you kind of scared to use your magic as you're like trying to push some dirt, but you don't want to go too hard because what if you make it worse? So you're trying to help, but you're also slowly working yourself up.
Oh no.
Nanna,
Yeah.
roll please.
my-
Athletics or acrobatics?
I did athletics. I rolled a 12.
Hey, highest roll of the moment. You are able to, let's see, luck roll. Hell yeah, that's good for you guys. You will be able to be at the fire on your next turn.
All right.
You will be there with your, you can see that there's a couple people who are already there trying to do things.
Okay. Good.
But they definitely need help because they don't exactly know what they're doing. They seem to be trying to like pull things away from the fire and are like stomping on
Good.
things. They don't know how to deal with the biggest of the fire. Yeah.
That's a thing Nanna can help with when she gets there.
Okay. Fenn, I'm going to hold off on you for just a little bit longer. I want to see how we resolve this. Is anybody doing anything differently this round or has a different goal as you guys try to put out this fire? We still have 2 fires going. Or is it same method?
Just trying to get the ale to the fire.
I think Saga will probably stop doing magic and try to find a shovel.
Okay.
I think Ro's just gonna keep on trying.
I
You
believe
can
in
maybe
him.
inspire somebody else.
I could.
Good.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You
Like
can make
throw it.
somebody
You can. I'll
shovel
take your
harder.
shovel. I'll take your shovel, and
Lead
then
us
you
in a
can
rousing
direct me.
shoveling shanty.
I will cheer Saga on as she takes my shovel.
There you go.
You're like, woo, good job. And you hand her a shovel and you
You
start
got
an
this.
inspiration.
Nope.
Yeah, of course.
Roshan, you are instantly hit with a wet blanket
Oh, no.
as somebody is just tossing them to people who have available hands. So you're now team blanket.
Team wet blanket.
Team
Hey.
Not
Gorbjorn,
his
I'll say
usual
you were
way.
able to rip that fabric apart last round, and it's just like, I have no more fabric. People have stuff or not. This is what I've done. Is there something you'd like to do this round?
I guess I'll go help Nanna. She seems to be left alone over there.
Okay.
So I'll just book it over there.
Okay.
You're a fast
Um,
boy. You can do it.
Yeah, I believe in him. I'll have him there next round. And Nanna, you arrive on the scene. I am going to say you can either start. You have 3 options. You can
Okay.
either give an advantage to the rangers working on this, as you've kind of taken on this like directing role,
Mm-hmm.
or you can take one of the shovels or the wet blankets.
Okay.
No advantage.
All right. I'm going to start off by directing, just to kind of get these folks on the right track, because they do seem to be struggling a little on what to do. Once Nanna's got them on track, she's going to join in.
Okay, they're going to
But
roll
this
with
round
it.
is going to be spent on advantaging.
Okay. Saga. Tordrek, can you hear me? Gotcha.
Tordrick, are you with us?
I'm gonna
Hello.
Just got back on. Just got back on the board.
Perfect.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Give us a sign.
If you are able to, if you wanted to continue with team rolling the barrel, just checking in.
Yeah, trying to get that ale over to the closest fire, so there's liquid to help douse the flames.
Hell yeah. So people with shovels, I want people with shovels and Tordrek, I want athletics. Nanna, I want charisma. Saga, your shovel. Gorbjorn, you're currently running. And wet blanket team can either do strength or athletics. Or no, just kidding. Athletics or acrobatics. You're like, I hate both of those.
Is your inspiration your D6?
Oh, yeah.
It's a D8 now.
Oh my! I'm sorry, I missed.
Fancy.
Saga's incredibly inspired.
Yeah.
I know my gig, I guess. I know what I'm doing.
You are inspiring these people. They still get advantage, and I'm gonna lower the DC.
Yes.
What do you have, Saga?
Well, if Roshan hadn't said, "You got this," I would have gotten a 6, but I have a 13 instead.
Hey, that's the
So-
way. Teamwork.
Thank you, Roshan. Oh.
Did our fearless leader freeze?
Oh no! She left us.
Oh no.
Oh, there she is.
Hey,
She's back.
I just sort of kept talking.
Oh no!
What would happen?
You froze.
Yeah, all of you guys froze for me, so I'm just like, I don't know if anyone can hear me, but I'll talk. Oh, I can only see Nanna. Can people still see me?
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
see you.
Yeah, I just got a warning that
A lot just happened for me visually. Okay. I had a lot of things happen all at once. Saga, could you please restate what you said? That's kind of where I went into the void.
Oh, well, I got a 13, but I only did that well because of Roshan, because he's doing a great job of encouraging.
Yes.
Perfect. You're like, you got it. And you actually start doing something. You feel a little better. You feel a bit calmer. You have a mission, something to do, and you're really good with missions. Mission, put dirt on fire.
Yes.
And you start with the help of multiple people, because this side has more rangers helping. You guys are efficiently, you've taken out a couple of the houses that are on fire. You've gotten the fires dimmed. You guys almost have this fire on this side dealt with. Roshan, what'd you get?
I got a 9.
Oh, buddy.
I'm not going to go as far as to be like your poor wet blanket is just to the flames, but you're doing your damnedest. It's kind of more like a person will be smacking something with a shovel and their shovel will be on fire and they just hold the shovel out to you and you just kind of put the blanket on it like, there you go, man. And you're doing what you can. Tordrek, what
Not
did you
my field of expertise.
Georgia rolled a 10 on pushing the keg out of the would-be inn.
Yeah, I would say that this round you are able to get the keg out of the tavern. You start rolling it, and you kind of have to. What takes the time is wedging it through the door, but you are currently outside and now can see multiple people working on things. But you are now outside. Gorbjorn was team run away. I am going to roll for the people inspired by Nanna. And by run away, I mean run away to the next fire, not just into the
away
woods,
to
just
the
not
fire.
away.
Not again.
Just not this time. This isn't magic. This is fire. It makes sense.
Yeah. Fire is logical. Fire is normal.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you straight up, these dudes got like a +1.
I still
That's
don't
just how it is
understand.
when you're just a normal dude.
That makes sense.
I am going to make the DC for them a 10. For them to start beating this fire. They are going to get to roll with advantage. They have to roll at least a 9.
All right. This is doable.
16. So let's see if they get a nat 20 just to check. No, okay.
Okay,
but
that's
both are successes. They look at you and having some direction because they aren't trained like the Rangers on Team Close Fire, but they start getting things together. Listen, Spam Risk, I'm doing stuff. Sorry, I got a phone call. Crazy.
What? Who calls phones anymore?
First off, which spam number calls
Yeah, right.
at 8:30? Anywho, I digress. Fire, we got to deal with it.
Anyone who makes a phone call is an enemy.
Ooh, see, hey, we just shift this whole thing. We're like, so people who make phone calls, new campaign, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
The PSA about people.
Don't call me. Or
Ever.
else. Okay. So I am going to say close fire is almost managed. Far away fire is starting to, it is no longer spreading.
That's good.
It is now at least contained, even though it is a large fire. It is being contained by people moving things out of the way and starting to shovel dirt and doing what they can now with some direction. I would love to do just another round of this. I just want to know how long it takes us to fire. Don't worry, Fenn, we'll get to you shortly. Team in the woods. Okay. I would like to start with let's start with Saga or Roshan. What would you guys like to do, or just continue doing what you're doing?
I would like to say, Saga, wow, you're really doing a great job there, and give you some more inspiration.
Okay.
And would like to attempt to use my wet blanket, team wet blanket. And I got a 17 this time.
Hell
Nice.
yeah. This is what we want. These are the roles we're looking for.
Yes. This is much more like it. See,
You figured out
guys?
this blanket now. You are you're like, oh, on the fire. Gotcha.
It puts out the fire. Okay.
Oh, I was just fanning it. That didn't seem to be working. Did I get I'm here.
I expected the water droplets to fall on the fire, and
I'm
it would
figuring
put out
it
the
out.
fire.
It's hard to get close to the fire. It's incredibly hot. You're just like, well, you know what? I got to do what I got to do. And you are just in there. Saga, what would you like to do? You still team shovel?
I mean, yeah, I'm doing such a good job.
You are.
Very
true.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Oh, I really am this time. I'm so inspired. 6, 8, 26.
Ooh.
Oh, that was
Hey.
yeah. It took a lot out of my brain.
That's our cinnamon roll.
I'm going to say with gaining confidence, you're starting to put a little of that mold earth spin on it now. No longer being as afraid. It's just like you go to shovel and then it's just like a 5-foot cube of dirt is just whoop into the fire.
Combining magic with mechanical implements is probably the most big brain thing I have heard of, and it does not surprise me that Saga would break this technology.
Tordrick, I would love to know what you are going to do. You currently can see that there are people outside now if you wanted any assistance or if you're going to try to steamroll it over.
I'm going to start rolling in and go, help, I need help. We've got water here.
Sort of. It's like 98% water.
To him, it's water completely.
It's water. It tastes just like the barrel. That's all. It's just water barrel.
Exactly.
Barrel water.
Somebody is going to give you the assist, Tordrek, so I'd like you to roll athletics with advantage.
Hey.
Nanna,
right.
I'd like to know if you're giving your team advantage again, or if you are going to do something. Gorbjorn, you are currently at the fire. You're here now. Team far away fire. Tordrek, what did you get?
30-20.
Hell yeah. You and this guy are able to he like sees like a little wheelbarrow and he like runs it over and you guys get it up there and you push it over. With a dirty 20, I could say you could start using it this round.
Yeah.
You guys can pry it open. What do you want to do?
Well, is there buildings right next to that building? And where's the fire out on the building?
So the fire is currently more out, kind of farther from the tavern. So the fire is the bigger of this close section is closer to the tavern.
What part of the building is on fire, though, is what I mean.
It's most of them, it seems to be roof centric.
Okay.
But there are some that are like fully engulfed.
Okay, so the first one that's on fire that's savable. Obviously, if it's fully engulfed, I'm looking to try to save the other ones because fully engulfed means they're screwed probably anyways. At least that's what he's thinking. So the closest one that's that way, is the guy that's helping push, does he look strong?
Yeah, he looks pretty strong.
Okay.
It's kind of that like slender muscle of kind of that ranger life, but he looks pretty strong.
Roger goes, throw me up on that roof, then throw me the keg.
This guy's like,
I cannot jump the distance.
Okay. He seems like he's gonna try. So you roll.
Push me up here. Let me. I'll climb myself up.
All right, he's gonna attempt to try and get you up there, and then try to get the barrel to you. He might call somebody over, but we'll see what he can do on his own. Okay, he gets you up.
All right.
He kind of just like kind of gets you onto his shoulders and then just does the heave ho and gets you up onto the roof that has yet to be fully engulfed. So there is a place to stand somewhat safely. And now he is going to attempt to do the barrel. And if he can't do it this round, he will be joined by a friend. As he's like, I might need help over here. Yeah, he's trying to like lift it. He can get it like kind of holding it like this, but he can't get it over his head.
Yeah, Torture goes down. Come on, yells.
You're so close.
You got it.
But it looks like somebody is running over for the assist next round.
Okay.
Nanna, what would you like to do? Now that the crew seems to be working a little more in sync, and now that we've got Gorbjorn coming in, is Gorbjorn carrying a shovel or a blanket?
Gorbjorn, would you have grabbed either of those?
I would probably grab a shovel.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's running with a shovel. Yeah, he's coming.
All right. Gorbjorn, over here, on me! And, Nanna's going to start shoveling dirt onto the worst patches of the fire that still remain. Just kind of like in sync with the rest of the crew that's there.
Okay. So team shovel on faraway fire, give me athletics, please.
All right.
Gonna tap into watching wolves dig holes.
There you go.
He just shovels like between his legs. He's just like boof, boof, boof.
I'm gonna use my Yuletide. Oh, thank God I did. So that's a 25 total.
Hey!
Okay.
I have a 14 total.
Okay.
Respectable.
Gorbjorn, I'd love you to describe this to me. Tell me how you are shoveling. This inspired Yuletide shoveling.
So it's mostly like kind of over the shoulder thing, but
Oh my God.
the dust just kind of seems to just go straight up into the air and into the wind rather than like into the fire. But like the wind is like pushing the dirt into like the top of the roofs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just very aggressive. Like you're getting a lot of it, and it's kind of left to the wind to be like, well, I'm going that way anyways. I'm already going there.
I feel like maybe the fire would be causing kind of a vortex, sort of like sucking some air in. So like, that makes sense.
Yeah. You guys are understaffed. But if you take a glance over at the other fire, it looks like it's almost handled. Like people are starting to get kind of fix that problem as well. As you guys keep this fire in check, you are not diminishing it per se, but it is not spreading. But as long as it's, not actively setting the whole town ablaze, you guys are doing something.
No, that's much better than the alternative.
The alternative, bad. I am going to give us, I think, at least one more round, just because I'd love to see how it go. Because really, if we get close fire dealt with, then everybody can handle far away fire as a team.
That's sort of what I figured would go down. Like, if we can get one done, so long as the other one's not propagating, we're okay.
So I'm going to ask Shovel and Blanket to do their respective athletics or acrobatics. And
go Shovel, go Blanket.
If you're giving any bardic inspiration, go ahead and give a thumbs up. Or if you're not, you're like, she's got it. She got her.
She's already got it.
It's like it's probably talking to herself at this point.
We got it.
You guys go ahead and do that. Tordrek, you watch as another ranger runs over, and it looks like they kind of have a silent kind of like, hey, we're doing it like this. He's like, oh, okay. He runs over. I'm going to give them advantage.
Oh no, she gone again. Jillian, come back to us.
DM, come back.
Now, the internet today?
Blame it
I'm back.
on me. Hello.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
Hi, what's
What
up?
happened?
I don't know. The internet's kind of upset today.
Tell it to chill.
Hey, listen. I do what I can,
Okay.
which isn't much.
I mean,
I think there's a ranger to blame for it.
It seems so. There's plenty.
Those
There's
damn
some
rangers.
shitty rangers out there. They are able to get the barrel of ale to you, Tordrek. What would you like to do with it?
He rolls it, shakes it a bit, and goes, "Let's see if we can get Betty to spit." And he hits it with just the side of his axe, and sees if he can get like a spray of ale to come out. When you hit a keg and break a wooden keg, the wet liquid will come shooting out, and he's going to start shooting it towards the fire.
Yeah. I think no need to roll for that because you're just gonna wail on it until it does what it needs to do.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll keep hitting it.
Yep.
And he is basically a beer cleric, so he knows exactly how.
I know exactly where to hit it, like hitting a ketchup bottle, but he knows exactly where. And it's kind of like you have a fire hose of this ale barrel, which, basically water. It does not have a lot going for it. It does cause like some popping and sparking, but it does not feed the fire as it starts to put out areas around you. As just manning this barrel. I'm picturing it kind of like a machine gun, just like, but it's just a spit of ale. Team Shovel and Team Blanket, what's up?
I got a 10.
Hey.
Wait. Was that?
I'll take all of you.
I'll take
okay.
all of us all the time.
I'll take the whole team.
Team Blanket caught a gust of wind, and I got a 7.
Oh no, buddy!
She's gone. Saga, what do we got?
Well, the first time with the inspiration, I rolled an 18, and now I'm inspiring myself. I rolled a 19, so it's a 21. I'm doing I'm so good at shoveling.
Yeah, you are.
New skill, shoveling, figured it out.
Yes. Probably using the
Gorbjorn,
mold earth.
what do we got, Gorbjorn?
I said a 10.
Awesome. Nanna?
I have a very solid 18.
Okay. I am going to say it is all of you working together, and the Rangers who seem to be able to be assembled and are very efficient, like they've done something like this before, that they have they sat through a seminar and were like, yeah, if a fire happens, they seem to work efficiently, and with all of your assistance, they are able to get the close fire dealt with. which
Cool.
means the team as a whole is able to make their way over to the far fire. Nanna, you look over your shoulder and it's just sort of like the scene from Avengers, and just like everybody's starting to show up and everyone's just here and they all just start beating a fire with a blanket.
We all just start punching the fire. It's glorious. It's
you
truly
all
wonderful.
are able to deal with this fire. The farther away fire had time to get bigger, so it takes a bit longer to deal with, but you're hoping, as you can see after the fire is dealt with, rangers start checking the rubble. So far, there has not been any sign of a casualty. It seems that jumping on this quickly and dealing with it has possibly avoided people being incredibly hurt. There are people with burns and people who had like things splinter, fire spark at them, but nobody seems critically injured.
Cool.
And
Nanna does want to be part of the team that's like going around checking on people, making sure everyone that can be accounted for is,
yeah,
of
course. You guys just the smell of ash, if you can smell anything, it's just been smoke. The smell of burnt wood and
thank
dirt.
Goodness for those masks
and ale. It's a strange, horrible smell that fills the air. But you all have the issue dealt with. I would love everybody present to please give me a perception roll. Good God. Let's see how we go, baby.
We'll see.
18.
Hell yeah.
14.
23.
Ooh.
17.
Right.
24.
Wow.
It is a moment very, I think, kind of in unison. It's kind of like all of you sort of look to each other and nod. Fenn's not here. It's all of you realize almost instantaneously Fenn's not here. And you don't think you saw him the whole time.
Did anyone see Fenn?
I thought he was with you.
No, not at all. Gorbjorn, did you see him at all?
No, I still have his mask.
He didn't take it, and I was kind of offended, but it's starting to make sense.
Mordred, I thought I saw you up on a roof earlier. Did you see him? Ro, did you?
No, last I remember he was out behind Bosch's cabin.
Oh. Let's go.
I guess, yeah. Let's head back. Let's see if we can find him.
Yeah, you all head over. And honestly, I'm going to keep these high perception checks. You all rolled very well. So why ruin it? You all make your way over to the completely destroyed Bosch's little hut. And you start to look around, and Nanna, you look and you see a familiar sight of a small bit of branch, a small twig on the branch, bent and broken, looking very deliberate to you.
Went this way. Someone must have set those fires. They came across much too quickly to have happened just on their own. There's no way that a candle in 3 different cabins across 3 different parts of town could have just tipped over at once. Yes.
We must go quickly.
We've got to find him. This way.
And all of you start to make your way full speed into the woods. Meanwhile, this was a solid, probably closer to maybe a little over 5 minutes prior.
Okay.
Fenn, you are currently stealthing your way through the wood and trying to keep an eye on the person who is fleeing. I want a stealth check and I want a perception check.
All right. It was a 28 to stealth.
Okay. And perception?
And perception is a natural 20.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the dice called dice.
Okay. You are currently making your way through. This person is far enough ahead of you, and because you're trying to stick to the shadows, you're not going as quickly, which you realize is for your benefit. You stop yourself right before you trigger what you can only assume is some sort of trap. You see that there is a tie line between two trees just at grass level that you near step on. And as you take a look around, the forest is littered with it in this area. It is littered with traps. You can see them, but it slows your pace a bit, but you know where this person is heading.
Are these something I can trigger quietly, safely, so somebody coming behind me doesn't step on them?
You can attempt to disarm them. You will have disadvantage because you do not have thieves' tools.
I do have thieves' tools.
Oh, then you don't get disadvantage at all? Oh, yeah,
I have proficiency in it. I don't know if I got it with my last level up.
You would have had to acquire them then.
Okay.
But if you
have a kukri.
you get some. So disadvantage if you try to disarm these traps.
All right. So when I see these traps, rather than trying to disarm them, I'm going to either on a tree adjacent or in the dirt right there, I'm going to use my kukri to draw the Lady Seidr symbol.
Boom, 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 boom. Saga's gonna be like, "Wow, Lady Seidr."
Like it's gonna be something that means something to the party and no one else. So
yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do to call out anywhere there's a trap. Hopefully that at least draws their attention to look a little closer.
Okay. At the beginning of this almost minefield of traps, you make a mark, and each time you make your way through, and you're like, "There's one here." You make a mark in the tree. With your perception check, I'm going to tell you what kind of traps you're actually dealing with. You can't disarm them efficiently, but you know that these tripline traps, you look up into the trees and you can see that in some of the crooks of branches are clusters of little bells. These seem to be alarms, and there's a shit ton of them. You also see that there are some pit traps as you make your way around trying to mark those, which is a little harder to mark those because they don't require a tree, but you do your best to be like, this area is fucked. This is a shitty area to be. As you make your way in the shadows, unseen, aware of your surroundings, following just slight divots in the ground of footsteps. You look around and listen. Layla, come on out. You recognize Bosch's voice, and you can hear the soft draw of a longbow. Layla, you want me to find you before they do. Come on out, Layla. And you can hear him ahead of you.
About how far off ahead of me?
I would say he's probably, the trap slowed you down a bit. He's probably 80 feet ahead of you. He's pretty close. It seems he wasn't just going straight.
Okay. I'm going to take out my bow, but I don't intend to shoot him unless I think I need to, but I'm paying as much attention to seeing if I can spot Layla as I am to continuing to track him, as I am continuing to step on these traps. So it's a three-way draw of my attention at this point.
Okay.
And I'm kind of following him by sound now that he is making noise, and my visual attention is trying to spot Layla and look for these continued traps.
Okay, I am going to ask for a new perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Get your inspiration, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I use the higher? If I use the inspiration, can I use the higher number on the of the 2 dice
If
I
you
rolled?
use
Then
inspiration, you get to use whatever that inspiration rolls, or a 10 if you want to just pick a 10. You don't get to roll.
Well, I just rolled with disadvantage, so I rolled 2 dice.
Yes. You would be
If
rolling
I
a
use
third dice. It would be a third.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's much better. 17.
Okay. There's a moment where you're trying to look for Layla, and you're like, I know she hides behind trees. And as you're kind of trying to like look as you're moving, you feel your foot start to touch one of the trip lines, and you realize your focus kind of needs to be in one place, but you will try your best to keep an eye out for Layla. But looking for 2 people and trying not to trigger near invisible traps is a bit of a struggle currently. I would like you to pick. I'd like you to pick 2 of those things to focus on.
I'm looking for traps, and I'm following Bosch. If I hear him stop, or I hear him stop talking, that's going to change my focus.
Okay. You continue to follow Bosch and check for traps. And occasionally you hear him. Layla, come on out.
Did we just lose Jillian, or
I
is...
think she froze.
Oh, the suspense is just building.
It's killing me. Internet, I need you to figure it out.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, there she is. Oh.
I'm trying to be spooky, and the internet won't let me.
Oh, that was very
it's actually
spooky.
making it spookier. It's okay.
Oh, hell yeah. I will take it then. Fenn, you make your way through.
I'm going to hunter's mark Bosch.
Yeah, he is hunter's marked. I would give you advantage if you were just looking for him and you were like, fuck the traps, I'm running full speed.
Right.
But you start making your way. Layla. And you hear the draw of a bow. Layla. And you hear an arrow whiz through the air and hit against a tree. And there's quiet.
All right, I'm... At this point, I take my bow and I fire it up into the air so that it either, when it comes down, it's going to hit him or it's going to hit very near him. And on that arrow, I have cast Spike Growth.
All right. I'd like you to...
So that if it lands near him, he is in a 20-foot radius of difficult terrain that will damage him.
Okay. I'd like you to roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
But go ahead and roll your attack.
That is a 17 to hit.
So the dude has currently a shit ton of cover, but you are going to hit near him. You watch your arrow go up above the trees, disappearing into the canopy, and it tilts and then goes back down ahead of you. and you hear it. You don't hear it land, but you hear the spike growth with the plants go up, and you hear a grunt of pain as it seems to have hit somebody. What do I need to roll? Strength?
So this is my first time casting this, so
Today's
the
the
ground
day.
is 20-foot radius centered on 20-foot radius, so it's 20 foot for him to get out. Centered on a point within range, twists and sprouts, hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration, which is 10 minutes.
All right.
I had to drop Hunter's Mark to do this because it's a concentration spell.
Okay.
When a creature moves or into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Okay. So if he starts moving, he will take damage.
Yes.
I'm going to give him a little damage. He's not just going to chill there for a minute. How much damage was it?
2d4.
Go ahead and roll me 2d4. Needs to figure out that he's in a shitty situation.
There's 7 points of damage.
All right.
Oh, nice.
It sounds like he was ensnared. What would you like to do? You still can't really exactly see him, but you know where he is ahead of you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to see him. I'm keeping an eye out for these traps. I'm keeping an eye out specifically for pit traps. I don't care if I ring bells now.
Okay.
Because he's already gonna know somebody's out here.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got my bow drawn, and I'm gonna say, Layla, if you're out there, just stay where you are and we'll find you. Don't go to Bosch. Your mother's looking for you, and we're going to bring you to her. And I'm saying this loudly enough that if she can hear me, then she's got instructions. If anyone's following me, then they can kind of get a beat on where I am instead of just following broken twigs.
Okay. You call this out and you hear your voice echo a bit, and you start to make your way forward. You certainly do start to trigger some bells as you make your way forward. You hear, it seems like when you kind of trip it, it pulls the string up enough that the bells will start to swing. They jingle very softly. It's not very loud, but I guess it's enough. You start to make your way forward, kind of your ears ringing a bit from you yelling out into the wood. And you make your way over to Bosch. Wow. Who's that? I didn't even hear you.
Oh, you still wouldn't hear me if I didn't want you to. What are you doing out here?
He looks you over. You'd get it. You're a ranger, right?
What I am is none of your business. What are you doing out here? Why are you pursuing this child? Why did you burn down those homes?
Oh, it's not about them. It's about our obligation. He is going to move forward a bit. I'm going to roll his d4s of damage because I'm going to do it willy-nilly. I don't roll as well as you, though. I wish I did shittier. He starts to kind of shuffle forward a bit. He is still within the radius of it, but he starts to move forward. Well, you feel the obligation to the land, right? That's what blesses us with abilities. It speaks to us while we sleep. It provides for us, and it's changed. It's changed.
Has the land called out to you for sacrifice?
The land's called out to evolve. It's evolving around us. Those people don't matter. Layla doesn't matter. It's who they could be. What the earth does to them now. Putting us together. Earth and flesh. I have to. It's my obligation. I have to feed it.
You don't have to do anything. You certainly don't have to take another step as I level my bow at him.
He just moved forward a little bit more, and then he stops and he watches your bow. I thought you'd understand, you know? Do you not? It was different, what the Earth wanted. But they've been getting worse. And it's been so hungry in the dirt. It gets in their lungs. It makes their way inside them. And it evolves us. This is the next step. This is who we're supposed to be. The Earth demands that this is who we are now, is that we become part of it.
This is the corruption of the squabbles of gods, not the Earth. This is not Midgard speaking to us. This is not the World Tree imposing its will. The World Tree holds up the worlds. It does not call out to us. We serve it in whatever way we can. It does not impose its will on us. And you imposing your will violently on innocent people, children, you are as bad as the corruption.
People use that word a lot. Corruption.
I've seen the corruption. It is corruption. Have you seen into the eyes of something taken by this?
Oh, have I seen what this corruption can do? Beyond expectation. I've seen animals change before. Spiked bones protrude from their faces, vines and grass curl through their legs, and I thought something was wrong. And then I saw what it did to people. Of course I've seen what it does.
And you've seen what it does to people. And you want to encourage this?
I want it to be. I don't encourage it. It's the next step. And I can't wait for it to be as me as well. And it's a shame you don't understand. Most don't. It's hard to.
It's a shame you won't get your wish.
I'd start running right now. I'd run. And he whistles. His whistle echoes through the wood. And then it's silent. And he's just laughing. And he does take a step out of the vines, but he doesn't even go to do anything. He's just laughing.
All right, if he's stepping out of the vines, then sharpshooter, loose that arrow into his chest.
Go for it.
Oh my god.
Say 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay. Where's my D8? Oh, there it is. 19 points of damage.
This arrow hits home right into his chest, and he stops laughing and he looks at it and I wonder what it'll do to me, you know? And you watch his blood spills out of his mouth. I wonder what it'll do to you. And you hear a snap of a twig behind him in the wood. Or you could stay and watch. And you hear another snap of a twig closer and a low coming from behind him.
All right. How's he looking?
Not bloodied.
Okay.
Run!
Run!
I am going to...
You have a couple seconds to decide. He is still armed. He's holding his bow.
Okay. I'm gonna disappear into the woods as best I can. As soon as I get behind a tree out of line of sight, I'm casting rope trick and going to take a hide until my friends get here.
Okay. This, because it took you a second to decide, which makes sense, but you hear these things moving and they seem to be incredibly quick.
Okay.
You are going to roll initiative against this to see who's going to go first.
Okay. It's a dirty 20.
Second. You make your way behind a tree. You start to cast rope trick, trying to get out of the situation, unsure if you can run. And as you start to cast the spell, you see quickly, rapidly from behind one of the trees. Its face is humanoid. Sort of. At least it was once. The face is fully upside down. Jaw distended and kind of hanging over it. Eyes black and gone. Its body seems to be broken in the sense that now its back and arms and legs now act as if it is an animal's arms and legs, long and distended and bent, sort of like a wolf's. And you can see gnarled, broken claws at the end of the hands that seem to have broken out at the knuckles. The skin sloughs off of these things, barely holding on, having a somewhat tar-like appearance, but it is corruption that just sticks and has dug itself fully into the bones, which you can see, like, it looks like there's maybe small, tiny roots moving across the small amount of whites that are visible. The thing rears around, and before you can get into the rope trick, it is going to take swipes at you. You are welcome to go into rope trick next round, but it is going first.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then its second attack. Does a 13 hit?
It just hits because I'm not wearing my armor.
No, Fenn!
Hell yeah. It is going to get 2 attacks on you then. How much HP you got? I'm just curious.
45 HP.
Okay. You take 12 points of damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And then 13 on the second hit.
Oh. Jeez.
And you can hear the sound of another one approaching.
Okay.
It is now your turn.
I would like to use my full movement to get up into this rope trick.
Okay. It is going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
And it misses.
Okay.
As it swipes, and you climb up and go inside of the rope trick.
And I'm pulling the rope up behind me.
You see below you as it watches you, human eyes fully gone, receded into the sockets, and you watch as a second one slowly makes its way around, and they both look up at you. And then you watch as one of them snaps its head to the side. And that is where we're going to take our break. Thank you guys for watching so far. We're going to take a 10-minute break so you guys can go get some snacks, emotionally prepare, whatever you got to do. We'll be back in, some chocolate, whatever you need. It's up to you. We will be back in 10 minutes and we'll continue our story then. So see you guys then. And
Hey, that's great, guys. I'll have a new character ready by tomorrow or by next
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your break. You got some comforting snacks so that we can jump back into this horrible monstrosity. The party had, just before our break, put out the fires that were consuming the logging community, and then realized Fenn was gone. Fenn had gone in pursuit of Bosch, who you all have realized, is doing probably some terrible shit. As he pursues Layla in the woods, Fenn confronts him, and he speaks of how that the corruption is the way that the earth wants to be, and he's going to help it. To which, in that moment, he then calls forth two horribly corrupted humanoid bodies, now more animal than human in appearance, as they very rapidly run through the woods, getting a couple swipes on Fenn as he makes his way up into Rope Trick, as he watches them circle below him, and then watches one of them snap its head to the side and stare back into the woods the direction you came from, Fenn. And it starts to move. And then the second one follows suit. And you see, because you can see around you as you hover in this extra dimensional space. And you watch Bosch make his way by. Hope to see you soon. And he smacks a hand onto his wound, and you watch as black vines creep across the injury and heal it. And he makes his way after the creatures. I'm going to do a quick leap over to Team Go Find Fenn. You guys have been running rapid fire into the woods. Let's talk about that. What's the give us our marching order, please.
Tordrick in the back.
Okay, Tordrick in the back.
I'm fast as fuck, so I'd probably be in the front.
All right, Gorbjorn in the front.
Nanna's probably like right shoulder to shoulder with Gorbjorn. Like we're kind of the trackers remaining of the team, so I think we're both kind of like keeping eyes peeled for, the snap branches and any other signs of passage.
Okay. Saga and Roshan, who is going to be in front of who?
I'll be in front of Saga.
Okay. All right. You all going as fast as you can. Tordrick, you're trying to keep up. You're doing your best. You're like, I'll be at the end, but nope, I'll get there. As the team full speed runs into the woods. Now here's the question. I would like Gorbjorn and Nanna to roll perception with disadvantage.
All right. Disadvantage. Okay. Oh. Well, that's going to be pretty bad then.
I got a 9.
Oh, yeah.
My total is a 7.
My other was a 22.
It could have been great.
I know.
Could have been great, except disadvantage.
So here's the thing. I'd like one of you.
Wait. I have something for this, actually.
You have something?
Yeah, because I took the wolf feature going like, oh, this is useless, but I'm a dog. You can track other creatures while traveling at a fast pace, and you can move stealthily while moving at a normal pace. So if that could...
Then you can take your higher roll. Yeah, if that was your first roll.
Thank God for you. Thank God for you.
I rolled them at the same time. Do you want me to re-roll?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
I'll take it as is. Gorbjorn and Nanna, you're kind of running together. Both of you very quick. I know Nanna's incredibly fast. Both of you moving forward. And Gorbjorn, something stops you just in time, just a split second before you run past this tree that you see is marked with the symbol of Lady Seidr. Nanna, you don't see it. And you take that next step forward. Nanna, I'd like you to roll me a luck check. Just a straight D20.
Okie dokie. Luck check D20. Come on, buddy. Ooh. That's a 9.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Okie dokie. All right. God almighty. That's a 10.
Okay.
Good proficiency in dexterity.
I do have proficiency. I don't know if
that doesn't
matters.
No.
Okay.
Just makes your number higher.
Well, just making sure you're using a saving throw, not just a...
I was.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a total of 10. I rolled badly.
Nanna, you step forward, and then the ground is no longer beneath you.
Oh, not again!
Saga, you're muted.
You're muted, wait, but also you're behind Roshan.
If I can I see her? Did I see that?
Gosh, it would have to have been a split-second thing. I'm gonna say because you were not directly behind her, I'm gonna say you didn't see it until after it happened.
Okay.
Nanna, you step, the ground is gone, and you fall into a pit. You fall 20 feet.
Yep. Okay.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage,
All right. All right.
and then you feel something sharp. At the bottom of this pit, you see small little spikes, not enough for like full impaling, but enough to have stuck into you. I'm going to need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, they're poisoned, aren't they? Oh, God.
Probably like corrupted
Okay.
bones or something in there.
Oh,
Uh,
God.
Now I'm full of
Awful.
corruption.
Oh, my God. I can't catch a break with these rolls. Oh, it's a 4.
I need to grab more dice. One moment.
Oh, God. Bye, guys. Nanna's dead.
I damn it. I wanted to help.
I know.
I
It's
couldn't
okay.
help.
Hey guys.
Goodbye,
I know,
Nanna.
it's okay. Bye. Bye, Saga. It was nice knowing you.
They asked
Gorbjorn
for
pauses and Nanna disappears for good.
I guess.
And we were worried about
Gorbjorn try to
Fenn.
grab her or something.
Take care of Ave for me. It's fine.
No more Hemmings.
Nope.
Didn't.
They're all gone. They're all gone.
One moment. Nanna, you take 36 points of poison damage,
I've got 2 left.
and you are now poisoned.
God!
Now you guys can do stuff.
Oh! Don't come down! These spikes are poison.
Looking down.
Do you need a hand?
Can we tie a rope off onto a tree and lower it down?
Can I
Yeah.
pull her up with mold earth?
It would be a little difficult, but you possibly could to try and get it so that you're not bringing any of the spikes with it. You can see some of them are like in the walls as well. This is just a terrible spiky mess. But Gorbjorn, if you want to, you can start tying off a rope to a tree.
Can I maybe, instead of pulling her all the way up, can I at least pull her off the spikes so she stops being impaled by poisons?
You kind of
Very
lean
nice.
over the side and you're trying to like kind of push spikes out of the way. It's more kind of just like pushing them into the ground, like, please leave. As Nanna, your vision starts to falter. Gorbjorn, in this time, you're able to tie off a rope to the tree. Okay. Was checking my poison.
Thankfully,
Nanna,
it's not like Pokemon where you take consistent damage.
yeah, who would do that? Nanna, a rope kind of just lands and just kind of just gently bonks you on the head.
While he's tying it off, I would like to send a little healing magic down with you're going to be okay, Nanna. We'll get you out of there. And you can have, max, which is 8 health back.
There you go.
That is much better than 2. Thank you.
Yeah, Nanna, you feel a little better as some of your wounds start to close, but there is just that sharp pain of poison moving through your system as you start to climb your way out, which with people helping you, and you have plenty of people around in Saga trying to give you footholds to the best of her ability, you are able to pull yourself out. And where you land, you can see a thin tripwire that's just right on the other side of the pit, unsprung.
Bollocks. Nobody
she's getting
step
out-
on that wire. Be careful.
As she's getting on the pit, Tordrick will help her up, and when he touches her to help her up, he's going to left her restoration to get rid of her poison.
Okay. Go ahead and roll any healings you're doing. Getting rid of the poison. Nanna is just kind of delirious on the ground. Like, it's just like you can only see almost in pinpoints. Like, your vision is so blurred that death was half an inch away from you. And Tordrick kind of gives you just a reassuring hand that pulls you kind of up to your feet and helps you up. And you start to feel a bit better.
I'm going to heal her as well.
Cool. So you feel the poison leave your body.
Saga still can't help, but she's gonna, I don't know, cast mending on the shirt because that's the only thing she can fix.
Oh, bless her.
You run over and the shirt slowly starts to try and knit itself back together.
He heals her for another 11.
There you go.
I love our cinnamon roll so much.
Me too.
I mean, everyone needs to look good before they die.
It's true.
You can't die looking shitty. This is the culture.
Yeah.
You gotta look good.
Exactly. It's very important.
You have to tell your family you didn't die in a terrible pit in the wood.
No, please, God, no. Thank you. Everyone, thank you. Just be careful going across the pit. There's a tripwire just across.
Lady Seidr tried to tell us.
I think that may have been... Hang on.
Saga, there's a shit ton of trees that have that symbol on it ahead. You see it.
Oh, God. Looking at the mark in the tree, can I recognize Fenn's kukri marks? Because I feel like that's something they've done a lot. Like, they've marked trees, they've marked paths. They've done that for each other during their hunts.
I am going to say it looks like a recently marked tree.
Okay, that's
with
fine.
the Lady Seidr symbol on it.
All right. I mean, who else would have?
Lady
Seidr fanatic.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Lady Seidr.
If not Lady Seidr, then possibly Fenn, knowing that we would be following soon after, and that we would know her symbol.
Maybe she like possessed him and helped him along. That would
Maybe
be
so.
good.
We can only hope. We can only hope. But how many are there? Oh, that's a lot of trees.
A lot.
That's a lot of traps. All right. Okay. Okay, we can't go full bore anymore. We can't be running. This isn't going...
Camera pans to the side to Fenn up in his rope trick. I bet Saga's attributing my hard work in finding these traps to her imaginary god.
Oh, Lady Seidr, thank you so much for your help. We wouldn't be able to survive.
Fenn's like, I feel it in my bones.
How would you know Lady Seidr's symbol without Lady Seidr telling Saga what it was?
Guys, we figured it out. This was Lady Seidr the whole time.
The whole time.
Fenn's a convert. We did it. So yeah, you are out of the pit, and you can just see basically the large trapped wood ahead of you.
Oh boy.
I can only try to help with maybe making small bridges over top of some of these traps, but we'll just have to go around them.
We'll have to be careful. Honestly, we might be better served going along the track that Fenn's marked. At least we'll know where every trap is, and we can step over each one once we find it.
Yes.
Gorbjorn, and anyone else who's got a sharp eye, up to the front. Let's keep an eye out for snares, for pits, for suspicious scatterings of leaves, anything that might be a trap that might have been marked by this symbol.
Okay. Yeah, Saga will head up to the front.
Yeah, Saga, you go stand with Gorbjorn.
I'll assist Saga.
All right, Saga, go ahead and roll me a perception check as you sort to move the group forward.
Yes, I can usually catch her symbol. Wow, I'm so good. I'm serious. That's a 26. Oh, wait, an advantage. Yeah, no, yeah, the 26.
Yeah!
Saga, it's like a dance at this point. It's like 2 steps this way, and then I step over this, lean across the tree. Like it's just kind of like you're like, oh, I figured it out.
It's really humming.
As everybody tries to follow behind her, she just kind of like, and then there's a thing there, and don't step over there. As you all make your way forward, Saga, I'm gonna let that perception guys. Hey,
It's okay.
I'm gonna let that perception check kind of bleed over into this. As you're watching and you're like, Lady Seidr, thanks a bunch, and you make your way forward. A few minutes of walking, because you guys can't go too fast, especially with all the traps and keeping an eye out. You hear the snap of a twig up ahead. And a low...
As we hear that, I would like to tap Gorbjorn on the shoulder if I'm close enough and say, you ready to go fast, big guy?
Like he's kind of like shaking a bit. It's like, I'll go.
And after the affirmation that was, I will cast haste on him and also give him some inspiration.
Hey!
All right.
So between that and his wolfy senses, can he go full speed without tripping any traps?
I mean, what a nightmare. We'll talk this out like people do.
Like people do.
Like people do. We're gonna talk about it. Gorbjorn, you're gonna start making your way forward towards the sound.
I would like to be the one in front instead. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Nanna will be coming up, not too far behind, but not going to be running.
Yeah, technically,
that
Saga
already
was
did not so
second at the moment. She was with Gorbjorn.
Mm-hmm.
I'll move, but I can't. I'm probably not running. Maybe moving quick. I am quick.
You just watch Gorbjorn just like vibrating, like the air is vibrating around him, and he's just.
Like he just absolutely smashed a monster.
You run forward. You start to move forward. And you think you can get to the thing before, like you're in a slight clearing, like it's not just trees just jammed all close together. There's a bit of a clearing, especially for some good traps. But you make your way, you check it out. You don't see any traps running forward. You start to move and you think you can make it to this thing before the tree line. And then you realize how fast it is. And you are going to meet it. It's basically like both of you meet each other right in the clearing. You basically run into each other and you see this horrible, bent, corrupted humanoid body. And I'd like everybody to roll initiative. Fenn, I'd like you to roll initiative as well. And
Can I hear the sounds of combat from my rope trick?
We will see.
Can I use my reaction right now? Is that a thing that I can do?
No, I'm gonna say no on that.
Okay.
Until somebody's turn goes, and then you can jump in on the reaction.
Because I wanted to use it on somebody's initiative roll, because I can bend luck and add a d4. I want to make Gorbjorn a little faster, so that he can
be the monster.
Fastest boy.
You know, based on your reasoning, sure. You're like, where we're starting, boom. You can do bend luck for Gorbjorn.
I send a little jellyfish and push him a little faster.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Let me roll for these monsters, and somebody tell me if they have over a 20.
I do.
What is yours?
22.
Gotcha. 15 and higher.
18.
15.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah, Tordrick.
I can't believe it.
Neither can I, man.
Here, cleric
Never
rides
happens.
again.
10 and up.
14?
14.
12.
No. You had it.
That 12 was Gorbjorn.
Roshan.
Oh, Roshan, gotcha.
Gorbjorn.
Hey, Gorbjorn, what do you got?
4.
Oh, right.
I imagine I'm going so fast and I'm like scared, shaking. I'm just like,
It's basically just you're just kind of like, just you kind of both run into each other like, and then I start swinging. Like there's just a lull. And
like I'm moving too fast for my eyes to keep up. I'm like, what?
You're like, my eyeballs are still slow.
I don't have the ring anymore.
Gorbjorn.
I can't see all.
Your jellyfish just only made me faster, right, Saga? Okay.
Well, it was add a D4 to your initiative.
Oh my god, thank you.
That's what I was saying. I was like, add a D4.
Oh!
7 total.
Hell yeah.
That's better. A little bit.
Maybe the monster will be bad at going at things.
Okay.
Maybe the really fast monster will be slow now.
So,
I mean, I'm slow.
So before we get started, I am going to casually, just so we all know we're in initiative, but I'm going to casually switch over to Fenn. Fenn, is there anything you do in the moments where it is just you in the rope trick?
I'm just I cast Cure Wounds on myself once, just kind of like as I'm up there laying my hands across my chest and just kind of and I will we have music now.
It's coming.
Spooky music. And I'll regain 6 points of healing for as useless as that is. And then I'm kind of looking around. I can see out of the rope trick just fine. I'm looking and listening for either my party's approach or for Layla.
Or a bork.
Bork. Go
Bork,
ahead
bork,
and
bork.
roll perception for me.
Night.
Okay.
Bork.
Who's out there?
10.
Okay. You're taking a look around, taking your time. You do not see Layla, and you're like, well, I didn't see Layla that other time. She has this hiding thing in the bag, or she's not within my eyesight in this area, which could be good either way. You don't see, and it passes a moment of it just being you. Trying to think if anybody did something that made a lot of noise, and this is after.
Nanna fell in a hole.
Yeah. But I'm looking for after that moment. So Fenn, you might be alerted after this round of combat.
Okay.
Because you'll hear people being like, you'll probably hear Gorbjorn screaming, like you do.
Screaming like a big old wage monster, like he does.
You know what he do. We are going to start at the top of the round with Nanna. Nanna, this thing is about 30 feet away from you. It's 35, but you could get to it in 30 feet.
Okay. Nanna will concentrate, cast Hunter's Mark on the monster she can see.
Okay.
And then she is going to... are there any more trap symbols she can see between her and the beastie?
I will say you saw Gorbjorn run forward and is at it and didn't trigger anything.
All right.
So at least you know straight ahead is safe.
Yeah, okay. I will follow that same track.
Okay.
Using my full movement is 40, so I can make it there in my full.
Yes.
And get in there with a good old stabby with my short sword. I'm giving that a try because it's the hemming weapon, and I guess that's maybe gonna do us some good, hopefully. We'll see. Not this round, obviously. That is 9 to hit, which I'm guessing won't do it.
You go to swing at this thing, And then you watch as his head snaps to the side and these just blank eyes look at you, basically just sockets. And and you feel your arm shake and you just miss as this thing just kind of moves quickly out of the way. You're unable to strike it.
I do have 2 attacks in 1 action, so
Hell yeah.
I will try to swing back around with the short sword.
Go for it.
Come on, buddy. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does not hit.
All right.
As you're able to land a blow at the spine, but it hits almost like hitting rock. Just how much the bone itself has calcified under this like rotting flesh. Doing no dabblage this round. Anything else? Any bonus action?
My bonus action was Hunter's Mark on this thing.
Ah, yes, you are correct. You can't trick me.
No,
You
of
run
course
over.
not.
Fenn, it is your turn. Currently, nobody's done anything to alert you, and you're just like, just kind of at the ready. You don't see anything around you. You're welcome to either stay in the rope trick, leave. It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, Fenn's waiting for notification of his party approaching. So
Okay.
he's still sitting there catching his breath in the rope trick until he hears. Well, you know, he didn't hear Nanna swinging at that thing,
The
or
kapwing of sword on calcified bone?
I'm gonna say this.
or it growling or anything, or
You're not that close to them, is the issue.
okay.
Heck.
The thing is, they are not just around the bend.
All right. What Fenn is gonna do is he's gonna shout, "Layla, can you hear me, kiddo?"
Okay.
That's it.
All right. You shout as you kind of trying to focus on finding Layla. That is the end of your turn.
Yeah, and I don't know if the party can hear that, but I'm shouting.
Yeah.
So.
Can we?
We'll see. Once again, not incredibly close, but you may hear it in the distance. The creature in front of Nanna and Gorbjorn. I didn't pick something. Gorbjorn, odds or evens?
Odds.
Odds it is! This thing is going to take its first attack against you, Gorbjorn.
Okay.
As it's almost wolf-like claws, like you can see where just these kind of like limp fingers lie, just like pressed against the earth, and then huge claws come out of the knuckle as it
thanks.
takes a swing at you. No,
I don't care for that. No, thank you.
Does a 14 hit?
No.
Okay. It's going to take its second attack at you as it starts to just swing wildly. That's a little better. 18? Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go. Its claw's able to sink in this time. You take 10 points of slash damage.
Are you raging?
He's
No.
not.
Hasn't had his turn yet.
Next time. And then, after this thing takes 2 attacks at you, from the side, bulldozing towards Saga. Second one comes from the wood. Saga, you see it for a split second prior because you hear the jingling of bells, and you look to the side, and a second one runs at you. It's going to take its attack.
Oh, no, not the cinnamon roll!
Okay.
23.
No.
Yeah, that does hit me.
Saga, I guess. I rolled 2 1s on the damage.
Oh,
That's nice. That's nice.
Saga, you take 4 points of damage. The bell's alerting you in time to kind of lean back as it just kind of gets just lightly across your arm. But it is going to take its second swing on you. Roshan, you see this thing appear in front of you, just like jumping on Saga.
Jesus.
Nat 20.
No! ones! Double ones!
Here we go, boys. Okay, it's not double ones, but one of them is a 1 and the other one's a 3.
Okay, that's
You take 11 points of slashing damage, Saga.
Okay. Well, it's not too bad.
Yeah, that was certainly not bad.
could have been much worse.
As this thing gets a good hit, like right at your chest, and it's sort of pushing you back. Like you're holding your ground, but it feels like it's just trying to topple you over.
Oh no.
As this thing just starts to just claw at you aggressively. And that is the end of its turn. Tordrek, you are up, baby.
Okay. Tordrek was watching the group moving forward, and when the creature came in, and he saw that 2 of the group was fighting, he casts emboldening bond on them, which lasts for an hour, giving you every turn a roll, a D4 roll to add to your attack, ability check, or saving throw.
Who does this go
You
to?
have to stay within 30 feet of each other. It's emboldening bond, and that's going to go on. That will go on Gorbjorn and Nanna.
Okay, as long as Gorbjorn and Nanna are within range of each other, they are emboldened.
Okay. Would you mind popping that description in the Zoom chat?
I think I can do that.
That would be appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, I also put the battle map in the Discord.
Hey!
Just so you have a vague idea of what's going on. What is
Yeah,
the
that
range on emboldening bond? Just so I know if you're close enough, and I can move you closer.
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Okay, you have to move forward about 10 feet, but that still doesn't put you like in range of a monster. Okay. So you move forward, you cast emboldening bond. Anything else, Tordrek?
Well, yeah, as soon as he hears the monster behind him where Saga is, he's obviously going to turn around and help and go that way.
Okay, and then you make the rest of the movement towards the creature. You're able to close within this round.
Okay.
Perfect. Saga, you're up. Roshan, you're on deck.
Oh, goodness. Well, this is very bad. So I'm going to cast, I'm just gonna try to do that and Chaos Bolt at the 3rd level, and I'm gonna twin spell, so it's gonna hit both of them, hopefully.
Hell yeah. Go for it.
So I think I need to roll twice. So first I'll roll for the one that's trying to hit me.
Okay.
Okay. Let's good. Let's go. That's not too bad. 24.
24 hits.
Ooh, yeah!
I was thinking not that bad. I'm like, it's probably what, like a
like a
one in
15,
front of it.
16, oh,
Okay.
24.
Now the one far away.
Okay.
21.
That hits. You
Yeah.
both of them slam into them.
Okay. Wild Magic Surge first,
Hell
I
yeah.
guess.
3rd level.
So what is like what would I have to roll?
You'd have to
Like-
roll a 3 or lower.
So like a 3.
Uh-huh.
Would you?
Wild
Yeah.
magic surge!
I'm doing so much magic.
So much magic's happening today.
I mean, you were building up so much at the village.
Yeah, it was gonna happen. It had to. It just had to.
Eventually.
My papers! I'm so excited! Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Do I roll my damage like separately? Yeah. So then the type of damage will be separate.
Sure, and then tell me what types of dabblages. And then when
Yes.
you have a moment, go ahead and give me a nice...
Okay, this is gonna take me a second.
yeah, you have plenty of time. And then give me that
Okay.
D100 roll.
Mm-hmm. D8.
Take your time. I'm excited. I love wild magic, everybody. I just want everyone to know out there.
Oh, she
excited.
does. She very
I'm
much
so
does. Every campaign I've been in with her,
I got
where
it printed
somebody had
out.
wild magic, loves it.
I need it. I need the chaos.
Oh, this is the one that's trying to hit me.
Oh boy.
So the damage is gonna be I rolled 2 7s, so it's got to be psychic.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it's 14, 15, 16. 27
Wow.
points of psychic damage. And then the one that's with Nanna and Gorbjorn is going to be force damage. Because
Alright.
of course. And then that's
Of course.
16, 17, 18,
Or stay
19
with us,
points.
I guess.
15 points of damage. Gotcha.
19
Nice.
force damage. And now a D100.
D100.
See what happens next. Okay. 35.
35. Go ahead and roll me a D20.
Magic wild.
Okay. So much rolling. 18.
You said 35, right?
Yes.
And then 18.
Yes, that's high. That's probably good.
Probably. Hopefully, yes. Maybe. We'll find out.
Hmm.
Maybe it's little mushroom people.
I'm sorry,
Can't-
36 or 35. I'm sorry.
35.
35.
Okay.
Why does your face look like that?
Why does your face look like that?
Saga, you watch your chaos melt fly out,
Yeah.
and you watch as just like kind of like an itty bitty firework off of both of them kind of flies off and then back at you. They
Oh.
both kind of slap you in the ears, and your ears grow double in size,
What?
and you can hear everything. You hear everything. You have advantage on all hearing-based perception checks.
Perfect.
Perfect!
Through the scrape of bone and flesh just sloshing around.
Oh,
That
no.
means you hear Fenn shouting for Layla.
Yeah, I'll say you can hear Fenn. You hear Fenn in the
Oh.
distance, like Layla.
You hear my heartbeat going like a heavy metal like
Ba
bass.
ba 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 ba.
Oh my god.
Like, it's basically like Dragon Force in there.
So yeah, Saga, that's what happens on your turn, big ears.
Uh-huh. I probably just yell out a scream, and then I stop screaming because it's so loud to myself, and I'm like,
You're like, just
and then I'll just say like, Fenn, that way.
Fenn?
you
boy.
went in that direction. I will say, Fenn, you do hear, besides the slight sounds of combat, you do hear Saga scream.
Okay.
I will say that carries. Short-lived, but carries. Is that everything, Saga? What a fun round.
Yeah, that's.
what a
I'm
fun
gonna
one.
stop there.
Hell yeah. Like, do I wish you had done like Fireball and like exploded everything? Sure, but Big Ears is great. I'm happy to
Yours
be
is
for it.
great.
I love Big Ears and I'm here for it. Roshan, you watch all that happen.
So I think Roshan, this thing charges out of the forest at Roshan, who, like wide-eyed watches it in fear and stumbles backwards and starts yelling, and the tattoos peel themselves off of his body, and he unleashes his what's it called? You know, the one.
His
His radiant
alternate
soul.
self. Right,
And,
right. His emo
um,
self.
And from there, he looks to Nanna and... I mean, wait, how much damage did Saga just take?
15 maybe?
Okay, so I think Nanna still looks worse.
Oh, I'm sure. Nana's about 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 feet away from you.
She fell in a hole. She's just doing bad.
I mean, I'm
Bad
at about
day for
half
Nanna.
health. Half health, you know. Any day Nanna falls in a pit is an automatic bad day at this point.
And he will reach out with some magic and cast a little healing word. Oh wow, max health again, 8
Oh,
more.
yeah.
And just says, Nanna, be careful. And that'll end his turn.
So
All right.
encouraging today.
You too, Roshan. You look good.
I like this. And you see Saga look at you, and her ears sort of wobble a little bit.
Oh my god, they're just like.
And guys, stop it.
I have to know how big Saga's ears were to begin with. Were they little bitty ears, or were they kind of like mid-size?
I'm assuming they were people.
They're human shaped. I don't know.
Human size. Now they're just big humans.
Some humans have little bitty ears. I don't know.
I'm saying like if Saga's ears could like hide behind her hair, now it's like here they are, here they are sticking out.
I knew she was part elf.
I imagine it's just like how a headphone would sit on somebody.
Yeah, just
They're about this big.
Yeah, that's a good description. Just these big headphone ears.
Oh boy. I hear all.
Roshan, you do your turn. Anything else?
Nope.
Perfect.
Saga, did you get a haircut?
You look different.
What?
Nanna, as you look to Saga, Saga, you look different, and you're talking to her.
Uh-oh. Thank God for that heal.
Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Cool. You watch as one arrow whizzes past you,
Oh, fuck.
and then the second one sinks into your shoulder.
Ah!
Coming from further back in the trees, you can see an archer taking aim.
Archer! Archer! Be careful!
Roll damage. I rolled a 1. You take 3 points of damage as most your armor takes the brunt of it, but it finds its way home. And then you feel a familiar energy around you. You've been hunter's marked.
Oh, I see how it is.
Hunter's mark. And I need you to roll to see if you can maintain concentration on whatever you're concentrating on.
That would be Hunter's Mark, but it's
Yeah,
on
let's see if it was
the spooky boy in front of me.
The hunter's mark.
Concentration is a con save?
Yes, please.
Or just a con check?
Safe.
Yeah.
Alright,
Save it.
17.
Okay, you maintain concentration as
Hell
this
yeah.
arrow sticks into your side. And you watch as you see Bosch sitting in the tree, and then he pulls out another arrow and he knocks it. And that is the end of his turn, as you are hunter's marked.
I'll deal with you in a minute.
Gorbjorn, it took you a minute. It took a second to just get it all together.
Alright, snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Now we're
Knees
copyright.
weak, mom spaghetti.
So, like, I'm sitting there, like, my hands and sword is, like, shaking like this, crazy. I go into a rage, like, my voice is, like, trembling too. It's like, as I recklessly great weapon master attack.
Hell yeah.
With that extra... actually, I'm just going to say it misses. I don't want to use that yet, because that's going to be a 9 total.
Okay, yeah, that misses.
Yeah, and then second attack.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Don't forget you've got that plus D4 to attack.
Yeah,
rolls.
I was saving it. It's only one time a turn, though. So that's a 15 total.
I'm sorry, one more time.
15 total to hit.
15 does not hit.
This
God!
guy's so... And then I have that extra action from it. I'm just rolling horribly. Oh, of course, now it does bad when I test it. But yeah, I just missed all 3 of my attacks. But I'm raging now.
Yeah. You start raging. This thing is moving incredibly quickly. Just its body seems to be almost like the world around you is moving like so fast, but it seems to be just even with you. And you're like, oh shit, okay. As you gauge your opponent. Anything else?
Nope. Oh, can I stand in front of Nanna from the archer's spot? So I don't leave attack of opportunity, but...
I'd
You
let
could
him pass
only
through
do
my
it.
spot.
You could only do it with attack of opportunity from the angle Bosch is. If you'd have to move away from the creature and go to like the other side of Nanna. Oh, actually, no, he has a line of sight that you would have to completely move away to block it.
Never mind.
Okay. Perfect. We are back at the top of the initiative, Nanna.
All right. golly gee whiz, this is a pickle. But I'm not primarily ranged, and there's a thing immediately in front of me that I already have hunters marked, and I'm not going to leave its range of attack. So, since I've already got hunter's mark on it, yeah, I'm gonna see about trying to give it the old slashy with this here short sword. I'm gonna chalk up her poor rolls previous to, like, short swords are definitely not her usual thing, and that trend continues right here, right now. That was just a 10, which ain't gonna do it. Come on. Yes!
There you go. 20.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead,
oh,
roll
yes.
your
oh,
damage.
Yes. Now,
Double what's
nat
on the
20,
dice.
Double what's on. Thank you. I wanted to check. I appreciate it. And then I also have my hunter's mark on it.
So you double hunter's mark.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So that is 10 and yes. Ooh, yes, max. 12, 22
Ooh.
plus 4. 26 points of slashing damage.
Shit. You hit. Boom, boom. The first one misses, and then you're able to kind of calculate where it's moving to and able to get the hit off as you just kind of carve off some of this tar-like skin as it flops to the ground next to it, exposing just all of this bone, which seems to have calcified over almost like a rock. It looks at you, and it, like, the mouth hanging open seems to start breathing heavy, and you see little particles starting to come out of the mouth, almost like tiny spores.
I will say, Nanna never took her face mask off when we were fighting the fire.
I refuse to take this off. I'm a considerate American.
I am!
We'll see if that helps you.
Cool.
We'll see if being considerate helps you. Fenn, you hear a yell off in the distance and sort of the soft sounds of combat, but it is a bit distant, but you know where it's coming from.
No sign of it's coming from the direction I came from initially, right?
Yes.
And no signs of Layla at all.
No signs of Layla.
All right. Fenn goes rappelling, abseiling down this rope out of the rope trick, and is gonna make his way swiftly while keeping track of the traps that he had marked already towards the party.
Okay. So how high up was your rope trick?
Say about 20 feet.
Okay. So how far have you moved, taking 20 feet off of your dash?
35 feet of movement, so that would put me at, if I dash...
Total minus 20 is 40.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, 40. All
right. Hold on.
Wait, you said 35?
No, 50 feet then.
Okay.
Yeah.
You start making your way, moving swiftly towards the party. From where you are, you do not see them yet.
Okay.
As you use your whole turn to run as fast as you can. All right.
All right, can I ready in action?
Your action is dashing if you're dashing.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. All right, that's right.
All right. These horrible monsters bow up. Goes for Gorbjorn.
I went reckless.
Oh, thank goodness. I rolled a nat 1 on that roll. Thanks, man. Oh, that's better. 20.
Oh, God.
And you're raging, so you're going to take half. You're going to take 10 points of damage. So 5. You're going to take 5 points of damage on the first hit. And then takes a second swing at you. Nat 20.
Oh.
Why can't I get those rolls?
I'm going in hot today.
I guess.
All of my rolls for Bosch earlier were terrible, so I feel like I'm like, thanks for letting me roll something. You take 8 points of damage. As this thing just starts to claw at you, and you watch as these spores start to move from its mouth, and it seems to just be spreading around it almost like a cloud.
Uh-oh.
And it's almost like you watch it tense, and then its body jerks, and it takes a third attack at Nanna. Does a 16 hit, Nanna?
16 hits.
As it seems to just be moving faster now at how incredibly injured it is, speeding up. You take 11 points of damage, Nanna.
Right.
As you all watch this spore cloud expand around you. Now the one that is with Saga, Tordrek, and Roshan. Let's see. It is going to take its swing at Tordrek.
Boo.
Boo, no. Over a 20.
Oh, no.
You take 13 points of damage, Tordrek.
Oh!
And then its second attack is going to be at Saga.
No!
Hey.
19.
Oh.
Yes.
No, no, no!
You take 9 points of slashing damage.
All right.
This thing, you see that other one start to take 3 swings. This one is not taking 3 swings.
Oh, that's nice.
Thanks, dude. Thanks, man. It takes its swings. It is done with its turn. Tordrek, you're up.
Tordrek is quite afraid of this thing, not knowing what it is, and he's just gonna try to see if this works. But he's gonna pull out his holy symbol and attempt to turn it as if it was undead.
Oh,
Okay.
What is the CR of things you were able to turn, just so I know?
Well,
Or is this just undead in general?
it's undead. It's I can destroy, but I'm sure it's higher CR. You
But
can't
turn
destroy
can
it.
be anything. Gotcha.
Yeah, the turn is them being afraid and going the other direction type thing.
Gotcha.
I can put it into the chat if you want to see it.
Oh no, I see what you're talking about now. I always get destroy and turn a little confused, but do I roll wisdom?
Yeah, it's 14, I believe. Let me check one more time, but I believe it's 14. And I am correct. It's a wisdom saving throw of 14. DC.
You pull out your holy symbol and try to turn this creature. As it finishes slashing against Saga's body, it stops for a moment, and you watch as it looks like it is starting to take a step backwards.
Ha!
Anything else on your
attack?
turn, Tordrek?
I'm going to tell Saga we need to make some room between us and this creature. We need to be careful, but we need to back up as I believe I've turned it.
Okay.
And with that, it is Saga's
Thank
turn.
you. All right. Well, if he's dealt with it, I'm not getting anywhere close to this. So I think I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna take the dodge action, and
Okay.
I'm gonna take a few steps away, and maybe get towards Nanna and toward Nanna and Gorbjorn into the forest a little bit, and kind of try to take cover. And I'm going to do a bit for like my I don't know. Can I look around, or never mind? Can I hear anything?
Ha ha ha!
Do I
That's smart.
hear anything?
I hear.
Honestly, no need for
Sorry,
rolls.
bud.
These ears are ridiculous. You can hear that there's somebody in the trees, sort of like diagonal from the tree you made.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no! Come back to us, DM!
Hey, let's talk about how Saga's got like a +12 to perception anyways,
I mean,
regardless of her giant ears.
this basically doubles it, I
Yeah,
figure. Gives
she's
you a
now
plus
got
22.
literally
Hey, I'm
godlike perception.
Okay, hi, you're back!
Hey.
I hear it all.
Saga, you can hear that somebody is approaching, and you can tell where Bosch is.
Oh, these are two separate things.
Yes, you can hear that Bosch is in a particular tree, and you can hear that somebody else is making a beeline towards where you guys are in the distance.
Oh, somebody's coming.
Is it Fenn, or is it... It can't be Bosch, he's up there!
Well, the steps sound, light and a little weak, so I'm sure it's Fenn. Just kidding.
No.
No.
We're weak in the health department, not in the fighting department, Fenn. Don't be threatened here.
Saga's like,
We
hey,
can-
don't put words in my mouth.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Throw him enough shade, he can hide in it.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, he is a gloomstalker.
Be
There
helping.
you go. We just have to throw enough shade at him so he gets advantage.
So, Tordrek,
Saga
am I
can see
able
it.
to attack while turned, or is it like I just got to run, no reactions?
It says here it also can't take reaction or take
Oh.
reactions.
Even better. It does not take a swing at Saga
Oh, thank
as
God.
she runs to the trees.
They can use dash to escape the effect.
Cool. It'll certainly do that. Anything else, Saga?
Well, I don't think I have any other action. Well, I didn't need to dodge, or
Oh, I mean, you dodged, so it's still there if something else attempts to attack you next round.
okay, yeah, I'll just hide in there and keep dodge on.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
So you go over to the tree, you're at the ready, you're like, it's probably Fenn that way and Bosch is that way.
Yeah, and then I cough up some blood.
Oh my God,
so-
Saga, are you okay?
Oh.
Roshan.
Stay down, stay down.
So can Roshan see the Bosch figure?
Yes.
Okay. So
About
Roshan,
50 feet away from you.
with his faintly glowing black wings, like raises up into the sky about 20 feet, and he looks over at Bosch and shouts from across this forested battlefield, "It's such a shame your mother didn't swallow you." And
I thought you broke Jillian's internet again. That's so.
What do I have to roll?
Oh my
That was
that's
amazing.
a wisdom saving throw.
Oh
know
my.
it.
One,
We're
everybody
an
roll.
R-rated show.
Happy holidays, everybody! Happy holidays.
Happy New Year!
Yeah.
But he
Amazing.
rolled an 18.
So he does save.
Okay.
He doesn't have to run away because he's not that afraid of me, but he does take half of 18, so 9, plus an extra 6 radiant. 6 radiant damage and the 9 psychic damage.
Shit.
He should have had disadvantage for that.
Listen, it was good shit. But Bosch seems like unfazed. He's like, but then it's the actual physical psychic damage of it that seems to be the issue.
He must not have heard it properly. That's probably it.
Did you not hear me? I said. Roshan, anything else?
Then I'll just turn to Nanna with black eyes and say, "Keep up the good work," and give her inspiration.
Okay, and Nanna, you have inspiration.
And
I
that's it.
will. That was a good one.
Bosch turns his attention to you, Roshan.
We're already rated now. Anything goes.
Now we're all canceled.
Oh no!
You watch as he kind of taps a finger against the arrow, and you watch as kind of black moves across the head and over it as he pulls back and aims at you. He's going to take a shot.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
What is your AC?
Did we get the chance to put on armor? It probably doesn't matter because it's a max of 12.
Oh, I hit that. That hits. This arrow hits into you, and you take 9 points of piercing damage. And then you watch as black vines shoot out of the arrow and wrap around you in the air. You take another 4 points of piercing damage from these vines, and I need... Give me a strength saving throw.
Come on, Roshan.
I'm going to do that at a Yuletide advantage.
Yuletide advantage!
Yeah.
Well, get fucked, Bosch. I got a 19, which means I got an 18.
Third, as you that's an interesting thing, ensnaring strike in the air.
I mean, like, his magic
He just falls off and lands on Tordrick.
Oh.
He just shimmies and it just comes up.
It flops off of you and like lands next to Tordrick, but doesn't land on him. But you were able to free yourself from the ensnaring strike.
Look out below.
Is that all, Bosch? Yeah, that's all. And Roshan, you can look from a distance. You have a pretty good, clear look of his face. It's like he's walking down the street. It's like he's going to the grocery store. It is just this unfazed look. Nothing. Nothing going on facially. That is his turn. Gorbjorn, you're up.
In a fucking rage. Or I'm already raging. But
I continue to rage.
God damn it.
Still in a rage.
That's a no. That's a 17 to hit.
Oh, okay. 17 hits.
Yes!
Thank God. So that's 18 damage.
Oof. Okay.
Nice.
And then my haste extra action. Natural 20!
Yes.
Yeah!
Oh, that's 3 1s. That's poopy.
Oh, that's sad.
So here, wait. So 20. Here, wait. 28 damage? Yeah.
28 damage with roll.
And then I get a bonus action attack because of Great Weapon Master.
Oh, please go ahead.
As I crit. And that's a 17 to hit.
Uh-huh.
It's still up!
I just want to hear how it goes.
So that's 22 damage as well.
Okay. This thing, you just basically just bonk it to death, honestly. It is just this rapid fire, like you're hammering a nail into the like wood. As you just start wailing on this thing. I am going to need Constitution saving throws from Gorbjorn and Nanna.
With advantage because of the mask, right?
No. Keep some of the big spores out, but...
So, 17.
14?
Nanna, you take 4 points of poison damage. And you are poisoned.
Oh, fuck.
Again.
And this thing slumps to the ground and almost like deflates as you watch its bones like try to... It almost looks like its bones are trying to snap back into place of being a person, and then it goes still. This one is out of commission.
and then movement to get behind the other corrupted.
Gorbjorn's like, nobody fucking flees today. Not
And
today.
he's still within 30 feet, right? Because the other critter hasn't moved, and
Yeah.
it seems to be about 30 feet away.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got 50 feet of movement right now. I think.
Gorbjorn's coming.
Well, we have to be within 30 to get the benefit of the
You guys are
emboldering
still
bond.
close
yeah.
enough. You guys still have your bond.
Yeah.
And is that the end of your turn, Gorbjorn? You run over to this thing that looks like it's backing up, and you're like, I don't think so.
Just. Yeah, I'm good.
Perfect.
Be careful, Gorbjorn!
We are back at the top. Nanna.
All right, Nanna is blinking through this awful sport nonsense, this grossness, and kind of like shakes it off. She knows that Bosch has her hunter's mark. She's going to bonus action switch her hunter's mark to him,
Okay.
but she's going to make her way to the other monster.
Okay.
And while she's on her way, she's going to call out, "Be careful! As it gets hurt, it sends out spores!" And she's going to make a slash at it with her short sword.
Disadvantage, you're poisoned.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Well, I'm guessing 14 does not hit.
14 does not hit, and you take 4 points of poison damage from the poison in your body.
This isn't Pokemon! What?
So your second attack?
Yeah. I'm down to 7 hit points.
Hey, living the dream.
Okay.
Oh, you have
And
hit
this is
points?
Still disadvantage. Oh, that went catty corner. All right. My worst one is 15, which I don't think hits either.
No cigar.
Okay.
Do you have your emboldering bond doodad you could use?
Oh, I didn't remember it myself. Ooh! 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have Hunter's Mark on this one. I have it on
Yep.
Bosch, but that's 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay, great. Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
Fenn, running.
I'm running.
Is that what you'd like to do?
As long as I need to.
All right.
Can I tell how far off I am from the sounds of combat?
I mean, I'm going to tell you straight up, next round you will get there, or at least on the edge of the map, but you won't be able to do anything. It'll be your full dash to get there.
Can I see anything from this distance?
You
He
cannot
may have
see
got
anything.
like a range of 200 with his bow, I thought.
You just
Yeah,
can't
I've got a
see
huge
because
range
it's
with
the
my bow,
woods.
so
there's
if I
no there's no straight line to them.
Yeah.
Unless he could bend the bullet, which we'll talk about. We'll talk about that because that just sounds fun. But
That does
not
sound
today.
like
You have to
fun.
be an arcane archer for that.
Yeah, I bend the bullet. So you're going to keep running. You can hear it's getting closer.
Yeah, I'm running, dashing.
Okay, this guy is going to attempt to try and not be turned.
So, what? 1 second with the turn. If it gets bitch slapped or anything like that, it's not turned anymore.
Oh,
then
no!
He's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm fighting again. And he,
Exactly.
realize.
What?
I'm
You
so
you
sorry,
interrupted my
Corbin.
walk away.
I'm
like,
so sorry.
he's going to
That's quite all right.
turn, and 2 people just ran up on it. So Gorbjorn is odds. And that means it hits Nanna.
Oh,
Bye,
shit.
everyone! I am gone!
Oh, no.
It misses the first attack,
I'm amazed.
and then a 16 on the second attack.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It's possible that I don't take you down. You have 7 hit points?
I do.
Okay.
Rolled 2 sevens.
You take 12 points of damage.
I'm down.
Hunter's Mark goes away.
Yep.
You are down. You are still Hunter's Marked. Okay, Nanna goes down. as this thing just digs its claws into you and now has you like pinned on the ground. It's like broken sideways arms as it like hovers over you. But that is the end of its turn. Tordrek, you're up. Tordrek, oh man, I had it running.
Yeah.
Gorbjorn's like, nah, I gotta.
I was just trying to. Actually, he was just trying to get it away from Saga.
It
so
worked
he could
out.
get
You got
it,
Saga
but-
away.
Yeah, so that's it did what he expected it to. So, but you say she's pinned down?
It's not like grappling her, but it is still like on her. But
Okay.
it is right in front of you, so you're still in range.
Right,
But
right. Well,
At Nanna.
my instinct is to heal her, and I've got to heal her.
Okay.
Obviously, she looks like her life force is left, so he's going for a big heal. Hopefully, he'll roll well.
Let's see.
11 back.
Okay.
That's not as good as
Better than unconscious
That's very
and
true.
dying.
Anything else, Tordrek?
If he can, he's going to try to pull her away. He'll take a hit for that,
Okay.
or attempted hit.
You know what? I'll say that you can switch places with her and take her spot.
Yep.
It's going to take a swing on you. And it misses.
That's our battle cleric.
As you block with your weapon and kind of start to move Nanna aside as you heal her, you get her out of the way and back up. Anything else, Tordrek?
Just standing there waiting for it to see its next move, or mine.
All right.
Thanks.
Saga, you're up. Roshan, you're on deck.
Well, oh geez. I see Bosch up. Well, I can hear Bosch up in the tree.
Mhm.
And then this thing is still hurting us. So I'm going to do another twin spell, first level this time, of Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
And I'm going to do Tides of Chaos and give myself advantage to hit Bosch.
Oh, hell yeah. I love Tides of
Okay.
Chaos. I'll tell you when you roll for Tides of Chaos, but
Yes.
you'll roll for the other one in a second.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to hit Bosch first and have advantage on that. Yeah, so,
All right.
so here we go. Good thing I have advantage. That's 18.
18 hits Bosch.
Okay, and then the
Mm.
monster. Yeah, way better for the monster. It's like really high. 24.
24 hits the monster.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so
That's
now
our cinnamon roll.
murder.
I have a taste for murder now. It's all I know.
Murder roll.
The sound of murder, right? The sound.
It's just the sound. Well,
What a horrible concept. I hate fighting and killing people, but the sound it makes, though.
oh, that's creepy as
Last
hell.
breaths and
Awful.
whimpers.
I love it.
Okay, so for Bosch, we're gonna let's do cold damage.
Okay.
Hopefully that works. I don't know. Try to freeze him out of the tree or something.
Yeah.
Get out.
Okay, and then for the monster. Did I say the amount? 14?
Not for Bosch, no.
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
And then for the monster, it's 17 points of force.
Okay. Hits Bosch in the tree. You watch as just like a spatter of ice hits across the tree. And you know that it hit him. And then the creature gets hit just like a punch in the face. The fist of Lady Seidr just bops it. And it kind of cracks the skull open, which is kind of the chin on top.
Uh-oh.
And spores start to seep out of it.
Mind the spores. Don't breathe them.
Don't breathe. Don't breathe. Is that the end of your turn, Saga?
Yes, I'll keep an ear
Can
out
move, I
for
wouldn't be close.
I'm in the trees, I think. Yeah, I'll keep an ear out for like maybe Layla or something.
Okay. Awesome. So, Roshan, you are up.
Roshan will look down at Nanna and say, "On your feet," and give you 5 points of health. And then he will look back at Bosch, who is still breathing, I'm assuming.
Still breathing.
And he will say, "Bosch, you know what I was just telling my friends, how much of a loser you were, but I guess you're telling them enough yourself." And he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
I love our sass bard.
Man, this guy cannot be hurt emotionally, only psychically. Over a 20.
Wow.
Well, then he just feels bad this round.
Yeah, you want like a little blood vessel pops in his eye, but he does not take the damage from it. Anything else first?
I will end my turn where I am.
Bosch looks to you and he has his arrow drawn and he stops. I shouldn't keep this to myself. You're right. God, imagine if they were all in the dirt. He aims at Nanna. He
doesn't have Hunter's Mark on me anymore, right? Because I went
does.
down.
He has Hunter's Mark on you. You just lost your Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't switch it as a bonus action.
If she is prone and this is a ranged attack,
he has disadvantage.
That's good.
Cool, thanks. But what if it was more, Jillian? Nanna, you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Ah!
And he is going to take his second attack at you as well.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
The second one hits as well.
God. I'm going down
Finally.
again, guys, I'm pretty sure.
Finally rolling today, Bosch.
You need a shield.
I do.
Full damage.
like,
so
Better armor.
you take 10 points of damage on the next.
I'm down.
Okay, you go back down again, Nanna.
Ugh.
As he just kind of casually starts to load up his next set of arrows. And he is going to bonus action. Nah, I don't want it. I don't even want it. That's the end of his turn as he just starts to casually knock the next arrow. Gorbjorn, you're up.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah!
Yes!
Ooh,
That
that's
is
better.
what we want.
6, 9,
That's the way to start it out. Nice.
26 damage.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You break this thing's face as it cracks down the middle. Spores explode out of its body as it goes limp. Tordrek, Gorbjorn, give me con saves.
Oh, breathe in.
Oh, thank God. 24.
Okay.
17.
Okay. Both of you kind of just like don't breathe for a second, and the small amount of spores that do get in, you're able to fight against the poison, and you don't take any damage from it.
Oh, thank God.
Both of the creatures are down.
Bosch is how far away from me?
Bosch is going to take you 30 to get to the tree, and he is up in the tree.
So I have. Wait, haste gives me plus 10 to movement speed, right?
Oh yeah, I think so. It gives it does a lot
It's
of
in the
crazy shit.
It doubles your movement speed.
Doubles?
Oh,
so I have
Gorbjorn's gone.
80
Just-
movement speed, so I'm gonna get away from Nanna, sadly, for the D4, but
Go for it.
with that 80,
You
can
gotta
I
do
get
what
up
you
into
gotta
the
do,
tree and be like,
That is the scariest thing.
Run up the tree!
the tree and in it. Yeah, you can definitely get honestly up and even with him in the tree. As you and you're there.
I imagine I'm speaking coherently to myself, but it just sounds like pure madness and gibberish. So.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna go to this spot.
That will miss, but since I have haste. I get that third action. That'll miss as well, but since I critted, I get to attack with my bonus action.
Hell yeah.
That's 14 to hit.
14 just hits his AC.
Woo! So that's 22 damage.
Knock him out of the tree!
You cut Bosch's arm off.
Yeah!
Arm flies off of his body, and he loses his grip on the tree. Bleeding profusely from the arm, he falls out of the tree and lands on the ground. He's going to take falling damage.
Can I do a reaction attack? As he's leaving?
Hell yeah.
Do it!
And it's not
Just
how things
slap
work,
him
but
on
I
the way
love it.
down.
Do it, please. So fast.
Home run, hit a home run.
Just do it. Just
I mean,
cut him out of the
He's
sky.
haste!
No,
He is
that
hasting!
was 10.
It's just Gorbjorn screaming, and he just like sashimis a branch, and he's like, ah, shit. The arm is cut into multiple pieces and falls. And he's like, ah, shit, wrong one. He is going to fall like 30 feet out of this tree.
I'm just imagining the Tasmanian devil just ripping up a tree and then ripping back down.
Oh, we lost Jill.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no!
I was like,
oh,
the music. I guess combat's
How hard
over.
he hurts! I have
Oh,
to
there
know!
she's back.
Okay, good.
I'm back.
Come on. Yeah!
He falls out of the
I have to
tree,
know how bad he hurts.
and he takes exactly how many hit points he had left of damage. As he slams into the ground, the sound of his body hitting, there's a loud crack. He is unconscious. And you are out of initiative as Fenn runs in from the clearing. Almost this it's like the bear encounter where Fenn killed the thing, and now all of you get to kill the thing, and now you are equal. As Bosch lays down the ground, Fenn's like, oh, and just sees all the bodies.
Is Nanna down?
Yeah, Nanna's
As soon as
unconscious.
we're out of, I'll heal her as soon as we're out of.
Yeah, when you go into the clearing, you see Tordrick lean over and heal her. Bosch is on the ground next to the tree. He's going to make a death saving throw. Okay. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna spend my action binding him. If somebody wants to heal him.
Okay, we're no
I could
longer
just
in
stabilize him.
actions.
You get 17 back, Nana.
Ooh. He's going to make another roll.
Can I medicine check to see if I could just stabilize him, not heal him?
You jump down on the ground. Yeah, see if you can stabilize him. It's going to be a high medicine check, but go for it.
Natural 1.
No!
Jesus
It's kind of like what happened before with that guy in the mountains, where you just kind of pulled the thing, like plugging him, playing. He's
Oh.
You just happened to tighten it too much around his neck, right?
yeah, you're
I'm still raging, so I'm like, sure.
No.
honestly, with a nat 1,
Decapitate.
I am going to give him like it's a punch. He's going to take 2 failures on his death saving.
Can
All right,
I-
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna stabilize him by using the bare minimum of cure wounds.
Okay.
As I'm binding him with my rope.
All right. Bosch laying on the ground. Gorbjorn's like, chest compressions, and punches him in the chest. And you hear the crack of ribs, and you're like, well, shit, he's definitely going to die. You give him a slight bop of healing. And Saga, you kind of have your back to this tree, breathing heavy, kind of like, oh, finally. Like, it's finally, this fight is over. And you feel a little tug on your pant leg, or your dress leg, your jellyfish extended dress. And you look down and you see kind of hiding in a hole made by the roots of the tree, looks up at you, and you see covered in mud, kind of like Rambo style, you see Layla pop her head out from below the tree. And that is where we are going to stop for tonight, everybody.
Amazing!
Oh, I just squat down and I pull her into a big hug.
Just holding her and just sobbing. she just has like her hair tied back, just full Rambo. You can see though that it looks like some of the mud was washed away a bit by tears.
Oh, baby.
And you hold on to her, and then she grabs onto you, and as you guys hug, and the rest of you kind of make your way around to either go see Layla or make your way over to Bosch, who is starting to kind of wake up. We will stop for today, and next year we'll see how this works out. Thank you guys so much for being with us here today. We really appreciate it. It has been one hell of a year, and I know I sounded wishy-washy at the beginning, but I have to say, and this is going to be super corny, this is probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. And
Same, frankly.
I truly appreciate all of you and getting to tell this story and having so many people in my life now who having a circle of friends and having people who are so talented and can do so many things. It's really great, and I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you. And I appreciate everybody watching, including you, Mom. Merry Christmas. It'd be weird if I was just like, biggest fan. We appreciate you always being here and calling me after the show to speak your mind. Truly. If you guys
about
are interested,
ships and monsters.
if you guys are interested in keeping up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. On Twitter, we have a lot of updates about what we're doing, and on Instagram, we have a lot of character art if you're interested in seeing that. Honestly, amazing stuff. Once again, talking about amazing people in this group. Abby's really good at drawing stuff.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Truly appreciate Abby and everything she's done for us. It's an amazing group of people. Speaking of amazing groups of people, Frank, could you tell me what's happening on Tuesday?
Hopefully we're playing it.
Hell yeah.
That would be good.
Last week the holidays took somebody away, and we're such a small group. Didn't happen, but everybody's tuned in. We're going to be playing tomorrow night. We're going to be doing Legends of the 5th edition adventure stream. See, they've got to deal with somebody that thinks they're the ruler of a certain part of the underground, so they got to deal with a leader. Ooh. Not really a leader for the spot, so we'll see what happens. But it's tomorrow night at us. We start at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sorry, I'm blah, 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 blah. I need something to drink.
We're all on so many different time zones, and that's also the amazing thing. We are everywhere. None of us live together. We're so far apart, but we are brought together by a horrible story of horrible crab-walking people monsters, you know? And Abby, could you tell me what's happening on Wednesday?
Well, at 7:30 Central, that's when Roll Link is. And I mean, there's obviously good stuff coming in the next episode, but did you see what we did last time? Holy crap. We went to a house in I'm going to stop there. I hope you saw that episode. And it was...
You guys got to see that house.
It was the best house.
Yeah, I'm an episode
But
behind.
did it have a living shag carpet?
I was about to say, I only make terrible, horrible houses, so you guys have to go see the good house. My house bad.
you gotta see this house that we went to. I'm telling you, you better catch up if you know.
100%. Go look at this house. This one probably might not be alive. Gotta go find out. And if you're interested, speaking of spooky, scary alive houses, starting in 2021, we are getting our spooky weekends back. And on Saturday, we have our new game. This is completely different characters. We will all miss Baby, who is the greatest being to ever have existed, but that is all right. She is thriving. We are starting a new game of Vampire the Masquerade. It is starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, and it sounds like we're starting off in a pretty stressful situation. So we don't know what's going to happen. All we know is that we better get ready. So if you guys want to see something different, join us on Saturday. Thank you guys so much. Again, we really appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story. I love getting to tell a story, and sometimes I don't even have to talk because these guys got it handled. They are their own story, and it's really beautiful to watch. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next year. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Farewell. Enjoy your new year.
A new year.